Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And I left Sunny no room to get up. And
I guess you got used to saying my
Banshee
name without...
with my material. Oh, wait. No, I did that this morning. I'm sorry. I'm just teasing.
Hi, Sunny.
I'm trying to give him room for next time. There you go, Sunny. You'll have room next time.
Thank you. Thank you, Violet.
Good to be back. Good to see Violet. Good to see everybody. Hello, hello. Mr. O is wearing his hat. He had a great time at his conference. Bought me a nice red shirt. He knows what I like.
And I'm trying to make some camera adjustments, so...
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay.
Just keep pattering away.
I will. And Sunny is here, happy that things are back to normal again. So he can harass us the whole show long. You silly boy. You know you are. You know.
Not quite what I need, but...
And I've got 2 wands with him to play with today. Whoops, I'm sorry. I banged him in the nose. All right, well, we're going to start off with our Oracle for the Collective, and it is going to be Seasons of the Witch, the Mabon Oracle. Alrighty. Well, the usual shuffle cutting issues due to Sun Man. Mr. O, choose one for us, please. Oh. Scarecrows at 34 I saw there?
Yes, it is.
All right. Scarecrow. Ooh, that sounds scary.
Hi, Anthony.
Anthony, good to see you. Hey, you're not in the path of the hurricane, are you? Are you? Okay, just 1 second. Let me write Anthony in. All right, Scarecrow. The keywords are guardian, you have help, and support. Remember that you are not alone. Move with confidence as you are guided. Okay, our higher selves chose this card because we need to be reminded that we are being looked after, taken care of, and protected. We may feel as though there are many dangers lurking about, like hurricanes, I just mentioned. And while they may be near, they will have little impact on your life as a whole. You can never move forward with your plans knowing a favorable outcome is in your near future. You may feel the presence of your spiritual guardians through a sudden feeling of warmth spreading through your body, a tingling on the back of your neck, or a sense of peace, as though suddenly all your troubles have been washed away. These and similar sensations are your guides, sending you support and confirmation that you have cosmic help working on your behalf. Trust in the cosmic forces and know that the timing may not be what you're expecting, but it will always be right on time. Scarecrow may also present itself to you when you have been facing a particularly difficult situation that seems too great to face on your own. Receiving this card is your confirmation that physical help is on the way and you won't have to struggle for much longer. You may receive an unexpected windfall. Ooh, I like the sounds of that. A call from someone offering support, a chance encounter, or a life-changing opportunity. The Scarecrow affirmation is, I am guided. I am supported. I walk in confidence, knowing all is as it should be. I am safe. I am protected. I move with ease, knowing all is as it should be. I think that's a good key word there. All is as it should be. Protection's an important thing, but it touched on some other aspects too. This feeling and the sense that we get when we know our guides are with us, surrounding us, protecting us. Violet, you yourself talked about getting signs from your guides on the Material Matters Show chat today. So, you know, it comes to us in various ways, but we know when they're there.
That's right.
Anything you want to add?
No, I want to say hi to Tidal Wave who popped in.
Hey, Tidal. Here's Scorpio.
And Scorpio
1180. I
1180.
see you too.
Thank you. Yes, I had this hat made by one of our fans here and a friend of ours, Fiber Magic, also known as Opal, at fibermagic.com. She does all kinds of wonderful crochet work, hats, clothing.
And she does custom work, right?
And custom work.
Yeah,
Stuffed dolls like over there on that table.
exactly. So let me get, I believe that was Scorpio and then Tidal. Yep, I got it. Violet.
Thank you. I got a lot of cool compliments where I was at this last week. I went to the Parliament of the World's Religions. It's the largest interfaith gathering in the world. It occasionally rotates around countries, and it was in Chicago, the founding place of the Parliament back in 1893.
Wow.
So this was the
That's a long time.
130th anniversary of its founding. And like I said, I met beautiful people from all over the world, from many different faiths, not just pagan faiths or Christian
Cultures.
faiths, cultures. It was just totally fabulous.
And the best part was
Thank you,
he got to
Beatrice.
roommate with Oberon. Zell.
Yes, my roommate was Oberon Zell, who's very famous in the pagan world.
The two
And it was
Oberons
wonderful.
together. And Oberon, who always dresses as a wizard, with Mr. O in his wonderful outfits.
We were in our glory.
They were the pair to watch.
So is Beatrice already on the list? I know she came in.
Oh, Beatrice, I think she just came in.
Looks like it.
Hi, Beatrice.
It really was. It was exhausting because there was so much to do, and I didn't sleep so well. I don't know if it was just the excitement or other things going on, but I probably averaged 2 to 3 hours a night for most of those nights that I was there, about 5 nights. But it was a happy time.
Wow, well, let's get
We
the
did.
show on the road
All
because
right.
we're starting to fill up here. So,
Who's first?
who is first is Lena. Lena popped in first.
Alrighty.
So, what do you need today, Lena?
She asked her question already. It's in there.
Okay. You're pretty far north from all that. I just went back to check that, Anthony. I didn't see your reply earlier. That's good.
I'll tell you later, Violet. I don't want to distract anymore, but I will talk to you later about that. Yeah, I remember that. I'll tell you about it later. Spirit reading for the next 4 months in finances. Alrighty, so I'm going to use my New Golden Dawn Ritual Tarot, or ceremonial based. Oh, you'll like what he said. I will definitely share it with you. I won't forget.
I'll make sure he DMs you. Oh, sorry.
All right.
What do you got?
Okay, so Lena's first card is the Princess of Cups, and that's also analogous to the Page of Cups, but it's reversed. And then, of course, another reverse card. It's Reversapalooza again. It's always that. It's the Devil reversed,
But that's okay.
but that's okay. And then finally, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed.
Oh, that's okay too. Better.
So it's kind of an
Better.
interesting spirit reading, I guess you would say.
Yes, it is, and I think I can put something together if you let me roll. But let's see what we've got here. Oh, it's the stars and the garden. These are pretty cards. I'm using my plant and whatever. I can't think of the last part of it. My plant Lenormand. Let's just say that. Okay.
All right, so Two of Cups reversed may indicate that there is a situation maybe where you're feeling a lack. It is. Oh, I'm sorry. It was the Princess of Cups. Thank you. The Page of Cups. So there is still a situation maybe happening where we're not feeling inspired about some things specifically. I know you said business, but this may be talking maybe about kind of like your more spiritual feelings about business. In fact, that maybe there is some sort of lag there going on right now. I'm not going to dwell on that one too much. I think Banshee might have better thoughts. But the Devil reversed in the middle is indicating that maybe if there are things that have been holding you to attitudes or aspects that maybe inhibited your growth or your progress here, these are changing. You may be purging some bad attitudes or feelings that limit your ability to focus and to express yourself. I'll let Banshee kick in now.
Oh, well, I'm going to kind of run through it, Mr. O, which is
Go
what I
ahead.
was going to do. You know, the Page of Cups, I feel here this all kind of fits together, these three. Well, actually, maybe all of them. But, Lena, it looks as though the next 4 months, the spirit reading is, you know, where you have been feeling detached maybe or cloudy, like you can't seem to tap into your intuitive, imaginative, or creative side. I feel with the Devil reversed here that this is about to change in a big way for you. You know, you're going to feel some release. You're going to feel more, you know, you're going to feel that you are going to be able to tap into things better. You're going to feel more liberated because of that. And with the Five of Pentacles reversed here, it's indicating that a process of healing is underway. And maybe that's why you haven't been able to connect. There's something in you, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, whether it's spiritual, that needed some healing, you know? And, you know, when we're not ourselves, for whatever reasons, we lose our focus. You know, we lose our ability to tap into, you know, our intuition, our inner wisdom. But that is all changing. And I feel here that, you know, maybe this is happening because, you know, the world around you is getting lighter. You're feeling a bit more optimistic. Maybe the people you start associating with, or, you know, maybe the people you are already with, you know, are helping you adopt a brighter attitude about things. I think optimism prevails with your interactions in particular and socializing with others.
Well, maybe to some degree, the whole process represents a little bit of movement here. And I didn't get over to this one, but then the final idea, and it sort of balances across that, maybe not being inspired, not feeling like moving forward. Finding the key is the Five of Pentacles reversed, you know, finding the way to bring yourself back into what you want, what you feel gives you either comfort or gives you meaning. And I have to totally agree with Banshee on this here, that this whole process within the 4 months maybe ends up really finding you stabilized and refreshed, feeling growthful, feeling like there is even more movement ahead of you as you pursue your best hopeful outcomes in the world of finances.
In the world of finances, in any, you know, in anything you endeavor. I know you said specifically finances, which, you know, all of this is important. Tapping into your inner wisdom, your knowledge, release, and a healing process. And I guess, in a sense, I should have applied this to your financial realm, Lena. This does indicate a positive financial turn towards healing, you know, towards maybe being able to save a little bit more money or receive more money. And it does seem to have to do something with your interaction with others. Hope returns, you know, due to networking or interacting with others in this regard. So I wish you luck with that.
All right.
Sounds good. No matter how you slice it.
It's the best thing since sliced bread.
All right. So I think we are on Sally now, I think.
And Sally T
Yes.
wants to know Leo's feelings for her or him. Sorry, excuse me on that. I'm Aries.
And no
There's no
communication.
communication.
Okay, thank you.
So that's going to be you.
Yes, I will use... I'll use my new deck, the Unfolding Path Tarot. This one. If I can shuffle it. A little problem with Sunny here. I may have to switch to the other table.
Yes, in my everlasting pursuit of managing the set here, I tried to give him a limited amount of room, but that meant that
I have
it came out of her space.
Yeah. That's all right. I need to move this back so that I have the space I need and block him from moving into it. That wand is your barrier, Sonny. It's a boundary. Don't cross it.
I drew the same two cards, so I have a feeling I did not really mix these very well.
Well, there may be messages for everybody that are similar, or some people that are similar.
No, we want a unique message for Sally. Are you ready? Go and land. Oh, you need me to do that.
Well, it's the Nine of Pentacles upright. That's an awesome start.
I like that one.
Well, the Eight of Pentacles is reversed. Of course, this is a love reading, so I have to take things in the context of that. It may not be totally what you want to hear. What the heck? It's Pentacle Palooza for a love reading. And now I have the Ten of Pentacles.
I feel the earth move under my feet.
Yeah, these have been used, shuffled.
Thank you, Sunny, for moving the set on us.
So if the pentacles are together, they
I'm going to
were
have to
meant
make an
be.
adjustment here. Can
Okay.
we? Well, I got
What do you need?
need him to move is what I need.
Hey, I can't give him more space.
Well,
I can't.
okay, we'll just let him move it all around the way he wants.
Well, this is a love reading, but for some reason we got money here. But let's take a look at this in
Oh, well,
context
then we
to what
have
you've
that.
asked. What do you have?
The cross
Oh.
and the garden.
Well, you did say you were not in contact now, and I do sense that. There's a sense of aloneness here, but really, this aloneness has more of a positive feeling than a negative one. So I don't know, maybe this time, this time away from each other for whatever reason is something you both need right now in order to find, what's right for you, what feels right to you, whether it's getting back together or whether it's not. And you're asking particularly about their feelings, right? I gotta look for, Leo's feelings. So I almost feel like here Leo feels they need this time away right now to decide on what they want in life.
What is
I'm going to
it?
stop there. X the Nine of Pentacles. See the
What is
pentacles
that?
there?
Okay, I know, but
Yeah, I know it's a
couldn't count them
little
all
bit.
up.
It's a little bit vague. Yeah, I had to look at it too. I said it. Did you want to go with that one?
I was just looking at the question again.
Oh, okay. Leo's feelings. They're not
Mm-hmm.
in contact.
Well, to me, it seems like this really does talk about you waiting for that thing to happen. The Nine of Pentacles. But maybe it's a waiting that's sort of involved with a bit of contemplation or a bit of sense of how you are removed from the situation. How you are sort of separate from the information. What it implies is that somebody has work to do here. Maybe that means that, that's the Eight of Pentacles reversed, that maybe, it may be up to you to actually do that. But if in the context of your question, Sally, it may be saying that the Leo is really having a hard time sorting out or is challenged a little bit by sorting out what they feel they need to do one way or the other, if they're going forward or if they're moving on. What's that last one? The 10?
I don't know. I haven't done those cards yet. Yeah, it's a Ten
Okay.
of Pentacles.
All right, then. Do you want to start on that one?
Well, I haven't done this one.
Okay.
So, the Leo's feelings, as I said, is they need their time, they need their space, they need to figure out what they truly want in life to fulfill themselves. And right now, that quiet time is what they feel they need. To me, it feels like on the Leo side of things, there's a lack of motivation to work on things right now. They're just not interested in doing it for whatever reasons. Maybe because they're still doing soul searching. Maybe because they just want to be alone. And ultimately, I think they're really thinking long term of where they want to be. What will bring them long term happiness? What will bring them long term benefits? And whether it's with you, maybe they haven't decided yet, or maybe the separation means that they have. And I'll get into that a little bit later when we get into the Lenormand.
I would agree with that. I mean, I really think that, their feelings for you may be involving that, the idea that what they want is this long-term thing. It may be that that's what they would like to see, but they still may be struggling with exactly how they express that, perhaps. How about
Okay.
those?
Well, about these, so you got the garden again, and you got the cross, which is really disappointing to me. I wonder, Leo maybe, I will say this about the Leo. They may be feeling, reservations and worries about making a long-term commitment with you right now. Sometimes the garden indicates marriage or a more serious turn in a relationship. It could mean something structured, but here's the cross, which I don't like to see. And the cross can indicate, long-term worry, sorrow, or grief. And since this is about the Leo's feelings, there may be some, are they upset because they felt maybe something could turn out long-term with you, but now they're not so sure? That's kind of, or are they just thinking they have to look somewhere else out there, or maybe they're also thinking, but I don't really want to look for something out there. There's a lot of grief attached, to dating and, socializing. A lot of people just feel stressed, with trying to please people, trying to do the right things, and maybe the Leo's just not all up for that challenge either. That's maybe why they're spending some time on their own right now.
It's interesting that,
Yes.
garden imagery is in the Nine of Pentacles, or traditionally is,
Oh.
and then we have the garden, and the garden being with our cross there, it may be suggesting, I'm wondering, if there is something that concerns them in terms of their feelings being... I'm obviously off my game after being off of a week.
Yeah,
But I get
that's
the
all right.
feeling like the expressions or feelings, maybe they don't want to be more open to you with it in some ways, or maybe they feel that there's, something, it's kind of hard for them to express maybe feelings that don't feel supportive enough. Maybe this is a time for them to really understand themselves, and it's maybe in relationship to you is what I feel, but it feels like it's a growthful process, but it may be opening them up to some amount of not understanding their whole situation and feeling, like they're left out in some ways. It's kind of interesting because some of the other cards sort of say it's voluntary process to sit back. Maybe there's mixed signals going on where they think that you're the one who wants space rather than them clearly showing they're in space.
That's what we have for you. Wish you luck with that, Sally.
All right, and I thought I would take on what Scorpio asked. Generally speaking, Mercury retrograde proper lasts about 3 weeks from the time it actually goes retrograde, about 3 weeks. But there is usually, almost always, considerable a 2-week period before and after, which is known as the shadow of the Mercury retrograde. Some people think that there's other pre's before that, but I'm not necessarily one to feel that way. But every astrologer is kind of, or every person who deals with astrology really can have some differing impressions here. So it's good to just kind of take it all in and see how it feels to you.
All right, we are on Libra, I believe, who came in next. Hey, Libra.
Was it Libra next?
Yep.
Okay.
Violet confirms. What hidden messages do I need to know? Want to do my reading for that?
Sure.
Your cards.
All right. Well, I'm going to use the Crow's Magic Tarot.
Okay. You're welcome, Scorpio.
Yeah, of course, that's not your question. That was just comment in the chat room.
We like to try to keep up and converse when we can, but it's not always easy. I miss a lot.
Okay, so the question again is, what hidden messages do you need to know? And our first card is Justice reversed. So you may need to know about the things that maybe are working against you in terms of decisions, possibly legal, or in matters of fairness where maybe choices are made and someone could be more on the losing end of that. A lot of times this does portray exactly to something that may be about legal questions or situations, but not always. It just is indicating that there is a strong way of looking at things as being unfair and wanting to know where that goes.
You may be experiencing some imbalances right now, with Mercury wobbling. It could affect you. I'm not going to rule out that this could be, during this Mercury retrograde this is talking about. But, you may be feeling some
That's true,
imbalances, You may be feeling like sometimes people or the universe is working against you. You may have to fight more or stand up for yourself in some areas. These are the kind of things you need to look out for, up and coming.
Okay, so why is this important? And it's the Three of Wands reversed.
Well, I think this is important because it may affect your long-term planning in some way. You may have to reconfigure things due to this to either achieve more balance or achieve more fairness or stability. You're going to have to take a long, hard look at things and determine what you need to reconfigure in order to right things again, in order to make things stabilize or feel fair and right in your life.
This may be representing an opportunity that you may miss or that you may choose to miss because you mostly feel the time is not right. So it may be that this could be a situation you could delay, not that you absolutely should, but I think it's important for you to realize that it is an opportunity that you either should or should not take advantage of, you should plan better for, or who knows.
So where is things heading?
And it's heading to big change. It's death. Death, the card of change. The card of regeneration. It may be that this whole thing allows a process of finding a new way or finding a new way of growing back into the form you need to or the form you are meant to have.
Well, this is starting to make a lot more sense now, Libra. It just seems to me that you're experiencing a time of imbalance and things just seeming unfair, or you're having a hard time negotiating them. And no doubt it's because it's a major change and shift that's coming to you. And during times like that, it can throw you off your game. It may make you think that you have to recreate Rome here, make some major changes.
And you will.
and you will. Change is inevitable, and it will be good for you ultimately. Go ahead. Did you speak enough on that?
I think so.
Well, let's take a look at this, because I think you'll find this interesting.
Is that the Inquirer?
Yep.
Okay, so the Lady or Inquirer.
And this is the tricky one.
Oh, and that's the clouds, right?
Yes. Good job.
Ha ha ha.
I thought you might think it was the tree.
Well, it looks like a tree.
I know.
But I understand why.
Well, here's the situation. So, I think this really falls in line a lot with this card or both, the combination. Be sure, don't get all wound up and depressed because you're not seeing things clearly and because a sudden change has been foisted on you, because it will be for the better. This can show some depression, some uncertainty, and definitely some cloudy vision. And so that you are experiencing, it's clear, this is your card here. And so just navigate through this. Be flexible. Be like the clouds. Move with the wind, Move with the wind and not let them throw you off your game.
I like the swirly effect there because I think it does add to the idea that the cloud can present a situation that maybe feels confusing to you or puzzling in certain respects. And of course, when we look at some of that, there's a bit there that will need to be puzzled out. But to me, it is a sign of strength, I think, that it is influencing you in this matter, because I think it suggests you will challenge yourself to move your way through this. And so that's really the important message, is that what you need to know, the hidden thing, is that you will find a challenge that will be a little bit daunting, but if you persevere, you should be able to move through it.
Change is good.
Change is
At
good.
least in this case.
Hi, Estelle.
Good luck with that. Hey, Estelle, good to see you. All right, we're on Captain Barbarossa.
Hi, Captain Barbarossa. Welcome back.
Barbossa.
Barbossa.
I'm sorry.
You said it that other way, though.
I said Barbarossa, like Barbarella.
Barbarella, electric Barbarella.
Just gave Mr. O an excuse to sing. He's
a
back.
general message from Spirit.
Okay.
What do I need to know
That
right
would be
now?
my reading again. Let's do it.
Yes.
I will use. This wild desert one that I forget the name of. Sorry.
Radiant something?
The Radiant Wild Tarot. Thank you. My brain isn't working either, really. Went to bed way too late last night.
When I sing, people usually ask me, can I sing tenor? 10 or 15 miles away? I think I drove Oberon a little crazy because I was humming and singing around our hotel room at times.
It was so quiet here.
And he said, oh, thank you.
He
said, you're awfully chipper this morning.
You and Oberon, it must have been a fun match. He's a Sagittarius, you said?
Yes, he's a Sagittarius.
So Scorpio and Sag together. I don't know.
We had our moments. But he is very gracious personality. There was another word I was looking for.
Mr. O gave me great news, though, about Convocation
Yeah.
next year. Big headliners coming to Michigan. Who are they?
Matt Oren and Devin Hunter.
I guess I'm going to have to go to Convocation.
And Oberon will be there too.
Yes!
So I'll get to reunite with him.
It's going to be awesome. Woo!
I'm not sure who the other headliners are or
I am
the other
so
guests
excited.
are. But maybe we should try to prepare something for a presentation.
Maybe we should. One of our friends keeps bothering me about doing a tarot class, so maybe I'll have to.
Who are you? Who's doing that?
All right, Captain. Let's see what we have for you. So what is the general message from Spirit? What do you need to know right now? Well, it's the King of Cups reversed. So I think right now, what you need to know is that, and remember, I know I'm preaching here, but Mercury is going retrograde, and sometimes, our emotions can get the better of us. So what you need to know right now is you need to try to remain up to be a cool head. Try to operate more from your head than your heart right now, because your heart might be all over the place during this retrograde. And also other people need your clear, concise kind of thinking as opposed to, acting out emotionally. So be aware of that. Try to keep emotions in check, because maybe things will be a little bit tense and frayed in some of your interpersonal relations during this time period.
What you need to know right now is that maybe in this moment in time, you're not going to necessarily be a good advocate or a good counselor for others around you who may need that. This may just be a temporary thing. You may be really having to deal with your own inner emotional calm at this time.
So why is this important? Ooh, for your own good. It's the Queen of Pentacles.
Yeah, for your own good.
Yeah, for your own good and your own well-being. And not only that, people will feel better about you, if you can just keep things together and show that, you are the calm, collected one in the room. You are the one that people can rely on for sound advice, whether it's financial advice, because of course I can't rule out, the Pentacles here, or whether it's for, just for, being there as somebody who can, talk to them logically about things, practically about steps that they need to take to move forward in their life, leaving emotions out of the equation.
Captain Barbosa, are you a creative sort? Are you a kind of person that either is artistic or likes to work with your hands or work with your vision? Because I sort of see that as an aspect here, that it's important to maybe consider that emotional dissonance you could be feeling as a tool to get in touch with maybe as artistic or productive parts of yourself that you can maybe draw from this experience.
They said they are.
Yes. You can draw from your experiences right now to do something that maybe is really creative too. Like, good art sometimes comes from our inner struggles.
And where are things heading? It's a Ten of Pentacles.
Nice.
Well, things are heading, in a positive direction, whether you can actually achieve something materially, long term this month through what Mr. O possibly suggests, a creative enterprise, or, maybe there's a sense of belonging. People feel more drawn to you like your family, when you can be there for them, be the cool head in the room, be the person who knows how to master their emotions. And when, things start to get to you, you start letting your logical, more analytical mind kick in and give people sound, practical advice, or take your own sound, practical advice and be good to yourself. This is for your own good. And, ultimately, I feel like there's a real spirit of belonging here. Also, a factor I can't rule out is this is a time, we're entering court, we're getting closer, and, I always feel the energy shifting around this time of year anyway, where the veil starts to lift a little bit. So don't be surprised if you get some, messages coming through to you from the ancestral line. Maybe dreams of relatives that have passed or something like that. I can't rule that out here.
Well, where is it leading to? Hey, maybe you're going to join an artist colony, because that could represent family to
Very
you in a
nice.
way, or a foundation to you. And if not an artist colony, just some sort of collective or community, loose or maybe more organized, where the support of others will be really motivating force for you and really will make you feel like you have unconditional support for what you need to do, whether it is following that artistic vision or anything else.
Lenormand?
All right. So the first one is that one, and is that the flower?
The child.
The child. It's the child. Whoops, obviously. So there's the child, and then the birds, right?
It's 12 and 13, yeah. Wow.
This deck will throw me off a little bit.
Yeah, it will. I'm sorry. I will
That's
help
okay.
you. So I feel here, I don't know if you have children, or young children, or children, excuse me,
Banshee.
or children that maybe have moved away. You're going to be connecting more with them. I don't know if this has to do with this above, but I feel as though, too, this could also indicate, make some moves, small moves to connect with others on, like maybe what Mr. Rose said, creative projects, financial endeavors, or giving sound and, analytical advice to those who need it.
Well, the birds is really about news or information coming to you to some
More
degree,
about
right?
communication.
Communication,
It can be
okay.
about gossip, but I don't see anything negative here to indicate that.
And so I'm going to twist it slightly differently, because I'm going to say this card influences that one as such that communications or things that, support communications may be drawing you to your own childlike sense of wonder and movement towards the idea we've been talking about, maybe going back into more artistic impressions. And, when you think about it, children themselves maybe are natural artists in a way, because their creativity is really so magnificent, and depending on their circumstances is not necessarily reined in by teachers or parents or other people. Just to be allowed to be totally creative, maybe that's what the buzz, the chatter is all about.
So if you're seeking community out there, like an artistic community, make small steps. A child can also be about...
Their inner child, he says.
I'm looking at the line above it, was thinking about my artsy community. And so, I'm thinking here, the child is also about taking small steps. Make small steps forward, towards finding this community. Nothing major, just simple steps forward for the time being might be all you need right now, and let them grow in time. Remember, children, grow. And they grow in time and they get older. So let let things start coming together and let it grow in phases and stages. Good luck with that. You
I
can go
like
ahead.
what you say there at the end too. Very nice.
Oh, how cool. Wow.
Thank you for those nice compliments. Alrighty. And have a
And we're
wonderful-
on Siama.
Hi, Siama. And I noticed that
Somebody-
Vidi has joined us.
Who has come in? Oh,
Vidi.
Vidi. Hi, Vidi.
Hi, Vidi. Lilith and also Eliz.
Oh, Lilith came first? Shoot, now I got
No,
those wrong.
it's not that way. I'm just reading it backwards, so
I know, I just realized
I'm just
that.
mentioning the names. You'll have to seek the order or wait for me to put them in order for you.
Lilith. I'll just rely on Violet, who I should be relying on. Lilith, Vidi.
Well, that's something I've been telling you for a while.
Ooh, I still want to have a list, though. All right.
And there it is in the chat.
I know. Sometimes I have to move up to find it.
Sayama wants a general reading. All right.
Oh.
I know, right? Thanks, Violet.
General reading. All right. Here's the rest of the Lenormand.
For you.
Oh, it's on me now. Whoopsie.
I'm going to use the Star Spinner Tarot for this reading. Thank you, Violet, for keeping the list so well. It really is so helpful. You're the bestest. You're here for a lot more than that, and we love you for it. Well, I might as well tell you, over on Zell, when I told him about, my own working with, your situation or the storms over here, or even some past things, he said, weather magic is one of the easiest forms of magic. So I'm going to turn you loose now, and you're going to take care of your own tornadoes. Because it's easy.
Oh.
The master said so.
This was a general reading. All right.
All right, general reading for Siama. And our first card is, this has been coming up a little bit, the Eight of Pentacles.
Upright.
Yes.
Glad to see that. Okay.
It's followed by the Hermit,
Upright.
upright.
Awesome.
I would have said that if you gave me a chance. And then it's followed by the upright, Four of Wands.
What? He's
So-
got all three upright cards?
Yeah,
Well, before
go
you
figure.
even say a darn thing, take a look at this.
Thanks, Violet.
Take a look at this.
And even over on Zelfeld, I was probably pretty good at it. Okay, the Stork. But I can't sell it, can I? And the Clover.
What a nice reading.
This is a very nice reading.
Geez, Siama, things are going to be going well for you. Maybe you're going to navigate this Mercury retrograde quite well. I think the best use of your time right now might be doing some inner work. We've got the Hermit here. We have the Eight of Pentacles here. This could also mean that maybe doing some work on your own right now, whether it is internal work or whether it's actually like entrepreneurship, getting a product out, doing some project or goal that's really important to you, even if it's not a money-making thing, this might be where to put your energy right now. And I'm sorry, what was that again?
The Four of Wands.
Oh, my God. Yes, and you would find great joy and happiness by doing so. I'm going to stop there.
It's a very incredible positive reading. The idea of the Eight of Wands could be saying, too, that it's also how you understand the theory behind the work, too, I believe. The idea of really being connected to others who may be helpful or just being able to focus in a certain way. And that's also coming from the Hermit, too. The focus card the focus comes also from the Hermit, so that they sort of strengthen each other.
They really do.
You're really able to make progress because you're able to bring things out, and maybe these are also things that other people are needing you to show them as well. That could be a side aspect, but ultimately it does go to the fact that it creates more foundation for you. It builds something strong for you and possibly others.
I like it.
Yeah, I like
And
it a
now,
lot.
there's a lot of good luck for you right now, Siama. If and this is Mercury is usually not the time to start something new. But honestly, there looks like there's a new beginning coming your way related maybe to all of this. And there is luck attached to this new beginning. So the clover is here. This is the right time. This is about timing and synchronicity. It's very similar in a way to the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe a little bit less emphasis on the cyclical nature that the wheel has and more emphasis on luck, and that this is the right time to start something new. And it seems to be revolved around either a project or goal or your work, and possibly doing, some real deep, heavy thinking or some inner work. And it's a joyful time for you. There's rewards here.
I think some of the aspects here do relate to the sense of timing. The Four of Wands is sort of like really like a turning of the season, so it could be, every so often this is coming around. But the major points from the Lenormand do show that some good luck, some sense of timing, whatever we want to call that, will be helpful with any new projects, especially if they've either just begun or if you're going to be doing them in this next period of time.
Sounds good, Violet.
Yeah, I agree.
I missed a Liz. I've got her on the list. Sounds good. 3 more and we're done.
So that's what we had then.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
What a nice reading. I don't think you need luck. You have good luck. You got the clover.
All right, so
All right. So we are on Shirley.
Shirley.
Hey, Shirley.
what is the person on my mind, current feelings, thoughts, and intentions? Will they reach out and contact me this week? Do you want to do a yes or no? Well, actually, it's two
there's a
questions.
couple things there. What is on the person's mind? Feelings towards me and intentions. Well, we might be able to show it in 3 cards.
All right.
I'm using the Golden Girls Tarot, which I brought out. Yes, I count them, Violet. I do. But also, by doing that, I realized I missed somebody on the list. So, my list. So, there.
Well, there's one of them. Dr. Victor has joined us.
Okay, Dr. V gets a reading. 2 more and we're done. Oh, just 2 more. Okay. Well, that's what I said.
Well, Dr. Victor was one of the 3, so that's why there's 2 more.
Yeah.
I got it.
I think I got it. Oi. Jeepers.
10 of Cups.
Upright. Double jeepers.
King of Cups.
Upright. Triple jeepers. They're all cups. All cups.
Well, you must have picked a hottie there, Shirley. I don't know. So we have the Sun in the Lenormand. And we have the Whip. I think
They should contact you.
they should. I think there's some really good feelings going on there. They may even already see you as a king and a queen together. That's visually, symbolically what that could look like. Yeah, it's looking really good, all right.
Yeah. You know, Shirley, this is a card of real happiness, contentment, and fulfillment, the 10 of Cups. It could be a sign of marriage or a bonding, with somebody. The King of Cups here, if this is representing that person, there's a lot of love in their heart right now. They're very kind. They're very benevolent. I feel that regardless of what they're doing, they mean well. And the Queen of Cups here, there's a lot of compassion. I don't know, you combine this powerhouse together here, and you've got a lot of compassion and caring energy, a lot of creative potential here, in this, in this contact or this association flourishing and bringing joy, bringing joy and happiness back if it's been lacking.
Well, you say the person's very smart, and I could look at the King of Cups and say, this is somebody who is emotionally intelligent, an emotional intelligence,
right. Emotional, and very nice, Mr. O. I'll fist bump that one.
And so I feel that does represent, their emphasis in a way. I don't know if that applies exactly to the correct question. But then you have the Queen of Cups, which to me is clearly more about yourself, the idea of really pulling into your feelings and really exalting them in your own way for yourself. So it looks really good, like on all hands there is consideration, and it probably will come up.
May I make another observation here? I feel that you're going to have to keep us posted on this, Shirley. I hope this is as good as it looks. I don't like to get people's hopes up too much. But honestly, when I look at this is like you and him and, formulating a strong bond with one another. You both seem to have good feelings, caring feelings for one another, and, the potential here for something to truly develop, wouldn't you say?
Sure. And you ultimately ask if they will contact you
Right
this
here.
week. And
That's
the
it.
whip is a sign of speed, of sort of quick, deliberate, possibly urgent action. And the sun, of course, is leading towards success in most things. So it could be saying that they will be contacting you this week. It
I
almost
hope
looks
they
for
do.
sure.
I hope they do. Mercury's going retrograde, so, fingers crossed.
Yeah, there
But
was
it's
that.
like, there is quickness and there is success, there is quickness and there is light. So in other words, enlightenment, which means to me that maybe you will hear from them. So I certainly wish you luck with this. Another awesome reading. Wish all readings could be this happy as the last two.
And on the screen, I have our schedule for live streams. We will be back on Thursday for another 2-hour session of live streams.
Angel Rivera wants a single card oracle, and I do have my Mabon oracle, so I'll do that.
Right.
And if you want to do 2 card decks in a row, that'll be fine afterwards.
Sure.
You can do the Lenormand, Mr. O.
And Kritika has shown up, so Kritika is one of our final entries to the list. I guess we have room for one more, right?
Yep.
I'm glad you liked it, Shirley. You'll have to let us know how well it works out.
One word, we shut it, Violet.
We will also be working on our monthly modality message, which should be coming out probably Wednesday, I think. That's when the sun actually does move into Virgo. It's a unique reading where we look at your modality energies rather than your elemental energies and help you determine a way to grow, a way to interact with people, and what your hidden resources or superpower will be in this month.
Wow, well, get that fire going, Angel Rivera. You've got that campfire card, which I'll just read what it says on here before I hand it off. Do not fear opening your mouth and allowing your tongue to speak. Kind of dangerous during the Mercury retrograde, but let's see why that's important. And maybe it's because Mercury's retrograde that's going to be important.
You gotta wonder, eh?
The keywords are telling stories, Seek advice from others, the moral of the story. Your higher self chose this card because it may be time to seek out the help of others. You might find unexpected support, knowledge, or inspiration from someone who is more experienced and has a lot more stories to tell. Or you may find there are many people who have indeed walked in your shoes. Even the most consistently successful people have experienced failure and challenges. Being willing to listen to others or those who have come before you can help build your strength and give you hope that you can also overcome the obstacles you are facing. Campfire could also mean an older mentor might be available to you now or will enter your life very soon. Welcome their advice and ask as many questions as you can. They may be able to offer a great deal of assistance if you're willing to approach them with humility and listen to what they have to say. This card could also mean you may find yourself in a mentor position, that someone else has sought out your knowledge and guidance. If that is the case, treat the others, trust that others see in you what you see in your own heroes. Be generous with your expertise and be the kind of person who offers the same motivation you hope to receive from for yourself. Yeah, of course, I said, yeah, you would do the Lenormand. Just without the Lenormand and seeing it, I feel this kind of has a work-related tinge to it.
So let's throw a wrench into it by the snake and the birds.
How interesting. Well, it's interesting to me. So the reason maybe that you are going to need to seek advice from others, or others may be seeking advice from you or counsel or wisdom, is because of some mixed signals and messages that are being thrown out there. Typical workplace, typical start of a school semester, maybe even where things are going awry. And, people are getting mixed signals. People feel not that they're deceived necessarily. I know the snake can be a harsh card. But to me, it just seems as though they're confused, They're not sure of what they should be doing. And you or somebody, and maybe that's you. And so you may have to call upon somebody else with more experience or wisdom or knowledge of what's really going on here to get to the bottom of it. Or vice versa. People will be calling on you.
I wonder if this means that people are speaking in different contexts from each other and aren't quite able to reassociate, or whatever you call that, with somebody else.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like to me. There's a lot of confusion sometimes. It could be anything. But I would be just ready to help if you're called upon to do so, or to seek help if you need it. And definitely ask questions. I think that's what this said here. Ask a lot of questions or be ready to answer them, because some clarification is definitely going to be needed. And no doubt about it, it sure does sound like a little Mercury thing there going on. So good luck with that, Angel.
Good luck, Angel. And Kara is up.
Well, could be just talking about the confusion of new students, too, and helping them out and guiding them at the start of this semester, getting them on track.
Okay, Kara, did you go and take a nap? You said you might be, so if we don't hear from you, we're going to think you did.
Kara!
Nope, there it is.
There you are, the hidden gifts. What are my hidden gifts so I can work on them?
That sounds like you're reading, doesn't it?
We could do that.
Let's do it.
I think for that one.
What are Kara's hidden gifts?
was just him shuffling. No need to get all bent. Go back to sleep. Sonny is sleeping here a lot, which is good.
All right, so the first card, what is your hidden gifts? And I have the Ten of Wands. And as a gift, I don't know about that, but the Ten of Wands.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
The hidden gift is, Kara, you know what? Whatever life throws at you, no matter how burdensome it seems, your hidden gift is the way you can manage them. You handle it well, maybe better than you think, and so that is a hidden gift. Maybe the bottom line is maybe it's hidden and you don't use it enough. Maybe sometimes you do react, because you don't realize the strength you have lying within that can come out in times when things get rough.
Right. The hidden gift is the ability to bear your problems or burdens and find ways to relieve yourself on your own or through intermediaries. But that's really what it is that no burden or struggle is too hard for you. It could just say that, you have the best attitude when it comes to those kind of things, to what really is sort of derailing you. So why is that important? And it's the Hermit reversed. So it could be important because maybe some of those burdens or those things you're holding on to need to be shared with others. Maybe that's something you need to bring to the real world rather than holding them within yourself.
I'm just trying to think here. I had an idea in mind, and I don't know why I lost it. One of those fleeting thoughts. Yesterday, we were such a comedy of errors here. I have to interject. We were both just forgetting our trains of thought, and it was just a back and forth kind of thing. I think it was like almost contagious. But I'm feeling this right now. I've lost my train of thought on the Hermit. So let me just backtrack a little bit. Your hidden gifts are about the way you can handle or weather the burdens that are thrown at you, and handling them with grace and with, strength. And why is that important? Because sometimes we may let ego get in the way of things, we may let ourselves feel as though these burdens are, maybe unfair, and we take it personally. And we shouldn't do that. We have to realize that, we're not alone. We're not alone in, in what we suffer. Many people go through the things we go through every day in their world, and possibly even worse. So don't feel like this is all your struggles, your burdens. It's all about you. Just realize you're not alone. You're not being picked on, and you can manage this. You are strong enough to take on whatever the gods or goddesses throw at you.
So where does this lead? And it's the reverse King of Swords. And it may be saying that you have to kind of toughen up in a certain way, kind of show a little bit more of a ruthless edge to yourself. It may be that there are just really some difficult decisions to make, and you will have to master that process as a king would. It could be about how you decide to actually alleviate those burdens. You asked about them as if they were hidden gifts, but maybe this is saying you put that hidden gift into action, really, and sometimes some horses have to step on some stupid heads.
So I kind of like what he said there, but I would say maybe this is what your struggles are with, is when it comes down to making the hard decisions, the hard choices, are you tough enough? Are you strong enough? Is this where you wilt and cave under pressure? So in other words, your hidden talent is you are strong enough to manage this. You need to not take it personally, and then you'll be able to make those hard decisions that you need to make more effectively. And let's take a look at the Lenormand here and see what we've got.
So there's our friend the stork again. And then it's the lilies. Yeah.
whenever you see a flower card, this is a good hint for you. The higher number is the lilies.
Okay.
The high number. The low number is the flowers. So, I think what this is, oh my God, I've got a cough drop, but I will take one. Oh, can I get two? How many were in that pack? And you already wolfed them down? Okay.
You're pretty observant, aren't you?
Okay, Mr. O. So anyway, I think I think that you grow and flourish through through the way you will manage this. If you manage yourself, if you take your hidden talents and abilities to weather the tough stuff, you will grow and you will be able to manage change and new beginnings more effectively. Sometimes, people get excited when something new is presented to them. Others think it's a lot of pressure, and like, oh man, am I going to be able to handle this? Am I good enough? Am I going to be able to grow enough to make this happen? Toughen up and realize you've got it. You have it. You are not alone out there in your struggles, and you will be able to make the tough decisions, grow through them, and navigate change and new beginnings.
A lot of this seemed to express the idea that there's a time for you to really be a little bit more ruthless, not necessarily being cruel. And I think this is saying that this could be, I always see you as an assertive personality. So this may be just saying that the energy level in terms of really dividing things that are good and not good, that's the King of Swords in a way, is strong at this time, and that you should probably not necessarily feel bad about what you may have to cast away, because you are eliminating those burdens, even though you are learning how to bear them well. This is a process of evolution, moving you towards something completely new. It may be possible that once this process of
I like that
has happened, you really have evolved to the point where you can take on something very new.
Not bad, Mr. O.
Why, thank
Well,
you.
this was kind of a complicated reading, Kara. I hope you got something out of that. Good luck with that.
And we have our last reading. Crystal Pickett, who has just subscribed to, will close our list. Thanks, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
And Mr. O wants to get some more cookies for Banshee.
Aw, aren't you nice?
Well, I'm going to have 2 or 3 of them, too. Oh, wait, there's only 4 in there.
Mr. O actually bought a bunch of little packs of stuff for his trip, but he left them here. So now we get them.
It was the only thing I forgot.
Yeah, which really, of all the things you could have forgotten, this is probably the least worrisome.
Truly. Of course, when you're in that hotel lobby there, and, this pack of cookies might have cost $4 there for all I know. The list is closed. That's right. So Anthony is up.
Hey, Anthony.
Good question, eh?
All right, we'll get that going for you. And hey, I meant to ask you, how was your trip? How was your family trip? Did everything?
Yeah, I
when
remember
they
that.
came to visit you, did everything go okay?
Did you say get to use my deck another time?
Go ahead.
All right. We're doing okay, Crystal. Thank you.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it.
What did they like best? Do you know?
I think we talked about a few bumps, logistical bumps in the road, but it sounds like everything went okay.
Oh, that is so cool.
Wow.
Nice.
How nice.
A Kodak moment, as we used to say. Now it's a selfie moment, I guess, right?
That should be one of those things I see on that Inside Edition show. They show stuff like that. Ah.
Well, I hope your mom and boyfriend will be very happy.
Congratulations to your mom.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so general reading for the school year ahead. And it's the Page of Cups. So the school year starts off with a lot of idealism, a lot of feelings that things sort of have almost a spiritual or idealistic resonance, you know. So I think it feels like the school year really has a lot going for it, at least in the beginning, from a sense of idealisticness and maybe the search for emotional well-being too. He's looking at you.
You do not want an Oreo cookie, but I'll give you another one.
I'll take another one. I had 3 the last time. You have 3
Oh,
this
did you
time.
want me to go ahead with that card?
No.
Or no? No?
Go ahead.
Well, you know, Anthony, that looks really positive. There's a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of enthusiasm, you know, for the new school year on your part, I hope. And it's well placed. I think that, you know, maybe you'll come up with some creative ideas to, you know, start this new year off on the right foot with.
We have the reversed Ace of Wands, which sort of goes a little bit against that, perhaps. Did you want me to do it?
Yeah, please.
All right, since
I'll say, though,
my mouth doesn't have Oreo in it.
I open mine up.
Show it again.
I open mine up. It's double the pleasure that way.
Okay, we believe that. So another thing about the school year could be that there are some minor hitches in the beginning that maybe mostly relate to connectivity. You know, that's an aspect of the wands. But it could be saying also too that some growth may be slow coming, that, you know, in terms of maybe evaluating where people are in their process. If you have anything to do with maybe helping students or advocating for students, you might find there's a few hitches, you know, people who maybe aren't quite in the routine of school for whatever reasons, you know, that maybe, you know, they still want to be in summer. Hey, who wouldn't, right?
Did you take up more of my space here?
Your
I'm
turn.
sure you did. Well, you know, yeah, you know, it is funny. It does kind of fly in the face of that. But I will say that there is some delays. Maybe some things that were supposed to get off the ground get delayed. Maybe also, because this is talking about the school year in total. So I want to say that you may find over time, you know, there are some frustrations and disappointments, whether it has to do with enacting new procedures, new programs, or, you know, curriculum stuff. Whatever the case may be, there may be some slowness and some issues there.
So then our final card is the Moon. And it just could be saying that there are always perhaps going to be some things that you don't exactly know the full lay of that land, and that so maybe there are surprises and or mysteries or things to be uncovered. It could relate to the process of what's causing the delays. It could relate to other things. Maybe there's just going to be a certain amount of questionability about some parts of the school year, and maybe that's due to just basically some ups and downs in that. So you may have to, or others may have to, seek answers or understandings to little problems or situations.
You know, there are some uncertainties. There are some things that maybe, and maybe it does relate to this, as Mr. O says, that will have to be ferreted out, you know. Maybe there are certain things that didn't get off the ground because they're going to require more research. They're going to require more thinking on it. And, you know, before it's ready for prime time. So, you know, there may be some disappointments, like I said, but I really like the enthusiasm card here. It may weather what's going on, but I have to show you the Lenormand.
Ah! The cross. Boy, this one keeps showing up, doesn't it?
I think it's like the third time, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the letter.
And it's so funny that Mr. O spoke of connections here. Because, you know, it just seems as though maybe some of these problems are stemming from communication issues at work. People not communicating well, you know, maybe people having out and out arguments with each other, causing worry, causing stress, undue worry, undue stress, you know, because they just are frustrated. Maybe frustrated with a rollout of something that didn't go well.
Thank you.
I read his mind.
I was getting an overall picture here that maybe there's a new strategy or situation that maybe kind of, you know, somebody wants to take a different tact with a process. And it's idealistically seen in the beginning, but then maybe it also has some things that need to be reworked because it didn't quite work out.
Oh!
Hi, Divine.
We have to let Divine Universe in.
We have to let Divine in.
Well, that's it, though. That's absolutely it.
Divine, we had closed the list because we kind of reached our maximum number, but we will absolutely add you to the list. You are now our last person.
Hey, Divine. Good to see you.
Mwah. So, getting back to Anthony then, realizing some of this stuff as a new process or situation, a new project, a new imperative for your school, still means that there's a lot of things you or others may need to figure out. So coming over here, it could be saying that, you know, this process may go on for a while, and that how it communicates between people may bring a certain set of emotions to the surface with some people who can either accept it better or who need more help understanding it.
That's what we have for you, Anthony.
All right.
Good luck with this. Good luck in the year ahead.
Good luck. And by the way, everybody, where is it? I don't have your Material Matters here. There it is. Banshee's show Material Matters was really hot this morning. Got a lot of views already. You might want to check it out for that wonderful financial information for each of the elemental signs of the zodiac. It's on our YouTube channel. It's a pre-recorded show, but by all means, check it out.
Still in India. Nice.
Awesome. That's
and
right.
You're very welcome, Anthony.
You are.
Oh, it's my card deck this time.
I hope it's good for you there. I hope you're having a pleasant time, Divine. All right, so it's Scorpio, right?
Yes, it is.
Gemini and I are back in contact. I'm wondering if the intentions are pure and what's in store for the next few months.
Okay. Let's just do 3. I mean, you know, we'll see what we get.
So, Divine, you're either staying up pretty late or getting up pretty early to see this. I'm not sure what the time difference is. But appreciate you coming. It's been a while. You're welcome, Anthony. I hope it all works out. It seems to me like it'll happen, just it may happen at a pace. A slower pace, perhaps. I don't know.
I personally feel the cards were pointing to a particular situation, you know, through your whole year. I think overall with the Page of Cups there, it'll be a pretty good year. There will be some burbles. All right, we got the Knight of Wands reversed.
I see he moved it again. It's sort of uncentered
I'm sorry.
there. Knight of Wands reversed.
Oh boy, the Empress is reversed.
Empress reversed.
And the Four of Cups is upright.
And the Four of Cups. In the Lenormand, we have the Clover. And it's followed by the Fish.
What am I to make of all this?
I don't know. Why don't you get started then?
I don't know. You're back in contact if his intentions are pure. Well, I'm not sure he totally has his head on straight yet, or his or her their head on straight yet. The Knight of Wands is reversed here, and I kind of feel like they're still dealing with some issues.
It's confidence, perhaps?
Well, the Knight of Wands, maybe. I almost feel like maybe it's overconfidence, you know?
Ah, cockiness.
Cockiness, because it's a little bit different than the King and the Queen. The Knight is more aggressive, you know? And so I'd be wary. I'd be wary a little bit that maybe they're trying to push something forward before they are totally healed, you know, totally feeling secure. Maybe something right now, you know, maybe they are back in contact because something has I don't want to say laid them low, but has not turned out the way that I had hoped, and they're seeking something that brings them more comfort, more stability, more a sense of, you know, where they feel a little bit more confident, or like now I'm going to that, and more comfortable.
Well, I think somebody feels that they also need to build themselves up in a way that they may not have been. And it's probably in reference to you, of course, because that's the context of the question. They may want you to see them in an evolved light of some sorts, that, you know, you're able to universally love many things, whether it's at a emotional, passionate level, or even in a more unconditional, generalized way. And I think they want you to maybe understand that about them, or to see that they are becoming this. But I think it does imply that, you know, they seem to have a sense of purity of their intentions. So then it takes us to the Four Cups. Oh.
I'll go. It's possible here that they're really examining their options right now. You know, their intent may be pure, but they're still not really sure where they want to be. Like, for example, in the scenario that I laid out, are they just coming back because something else did not work out for them? And now they feel like, well, you're always here for me, you know, that sort of thing. But are they still really undecided as to what they want? Because, you know, you're there for them to take, but are they going to do it?
Well, I wonder if it could just be saying, too, that maybe they're ready for the offer from you. They're in contemplation, thinking are ready to accept an offer or something from you.
He did it again.
Yes, he did. Stop it, Sonny!
No, stay here. You stop that.
Come here, boy. Come here.
Go see Alan. Go on.
That's right.
You're going to be sorry.
I know. Aw.
All right. So, because that leaves me with these last cards and what on earth they could mean. Well, on a positive side, I would say that this could indicate that maybe there is a turnaround happening here. You know, they're beginning to realize that maybe they have something of value with you, you know, and that this could be, you know, you could be really a positive influence on them. You could bring them luck. You could bring them better days. There's nothing I can do. You know, I think this has to be more over next time in order to make it work. But
So then I can reach further to get the card out there.
I know. Well, no, if you just slid it slightly over to be flush with this, yeah, but don't worry about it.
I'm not worried.
At any rate, I just feel like maybe this is a positive here that's indicating, and so part of your question was, what's in store for you in the next few months? I feel here that maybe, you know, really examining, you know, the value of being together and what's important, and deciding if, you know, if this is truly what you seek. You know, is this truly the pot of gold so to speak, at the end of the rainbow for you? Is this something that will be making you happy? And I feel on both of your ends, you might both be thinking about this now.
It's kind of interesting because sometimes from the fish I get a sense of flow, but of course I
Yeah.
also get a sense of movement towards something successful or something fulfilling.
And look at that.
And that's where it's going there. So it may be saying that moving towards things that are fortuitous, that cause luck, that bring luck, whether it is that relationship or things that maybe are tangential to that, will make it more positive.
Things might be flowing in a better direction for you with this person. I didn't want to give you the impression that they were just settling on you, when I said what I said here. But I almost feel like they're coming back because maybe they realize that there is a potential of good fortune being with you. So I would just say go with the flow, see where things are headed, and it could be positive. I'm not going to say definitely, but it could be positive.
I think it'll be positive, and I think that to me this card sort of means that they are willing to contemplate and wait for what they hope will happen.
Wow, wish you luck with that one. It's a good reading. Good luck with that.
So I believe
Tidal Wave.
Tidal is up. All right. Hey, Tidal.
Hey, Tidal.
There's Tidal Wave. You're welcome, Scorpio. Well, I'm going to use the star spinners then again.
So do you have an ex or someone from the past coming back as if your upcoming financial responsibility? So are you thinking they just want to come back and capitalize on this? Is that what you think?
Should we do that as a yes or no?
Let's do that as a yes or no. I'll be curious to see what that says.
Straight up. Straight up, yes or no?
Aha. Okay. Wow, that's coming up a lot lately.
Okay, it seems to be leaning towards no, but that means it's not a positive yes or a positive no.
So what are the two cards?
The following two cards are the Nine of Coins reversed and the Knight of Coins reversed.
Wow. Well, it does sound kind of odd that it came out knowing with those cards. Let me throw these out at you and see what you think. Wow, well, this looks positive, doesn't it? Except for one thing.
Yeah, there's our clover.
Except for one thing.
Oh, no. Rats.
So, it's leaning towards no, but I can't rule out that there won't be something. Somebody try, and maybe it's not, let me put it this way, Tidal. Maybe it's not somebody coming back into your life. Maybe it's somebody who's already there. Maybe that's why this is coming out the way it is. I'm beginning to wonder because I do think something's up here. And let me explain why. So
It's that.
It's that Knight of Coins, yes. That looks like an opportunist to me, That looks like somebody who may be trying to take advantage, who may be trying to cut corners.
They're hanging around waiting for something.
Yeah, they're waiting for something to happen. And you yourself are or because they feel that they deserve something that you have, okay? I almost wonder, something that they don't have that you have. And here is what really got me. I feel like here, now the good news is that the mice are not like major long-term strife or problems like the crosses, okay, for example. So this won't be, this won't be bothering you for too long. But I feel here somebody wants to stir up a little dirt and trouble and take advantage of your good luck. Or your good fortune. Let's put it that way. Because, it wasn't good luck that this happened to you. It was because you deserved it. Somebody felt you deserved it. And so it's your good fortune. They want to take advantage of that. They want to cause you a little bit of trouble and stress because they feel they wanted it. Does that make sense? Do you think it might be somebody you know now that you are connected with? Because that's what I'm feeling.
So even there's a wobble towards no, it indicates that this kind of personality or machinations are still somehow out there. Even if it isn't not a clearly defined person, this energy is out there, and it may be somebody who is hoping to nibble away at your luck, at your good fortune.
Well, boy, title. Hang tough. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Interesting reading.
And Beatrice is up.
Hi, Beatrice.
Me and Ari stopped talking, and it's been a week now. Just need to know if we would communicate again and the current feeling for me.
Well, Mercury retrograde is nigh, so communications might be difficult.
Yeah, that's always the catch there with that, is that, you can sometimes have to say, it's Mercury retrograde's fault. You're very welcome, and of course we would never mind hearing about this the next time we meet, if you figured what was actually going on there, or if that person did make their opening statement or whatever.
I won't rule out it's somebody coming back, but it sure seems like, since the answer is leaning towards no, and it looks like there are some shenanigans in that reading, that means to me that it might be somebody already there in your life.
Don't forget to put Divine on the list. I don't see her
Yeah,
there.
we added Divine, Violet.
Oh, well, I thought they were there. But anyways, it's already after 3:30? How did that happen? Time has no meaning here.
Well, we're moving down. We will go into some overtime, but we're doing pretty good.
And we thank you all for being here. It's such a joy to share our tarot gifts with you, because we receive a lot back from you too. And Violet always offers some good observations on her cards, as well as some of the rest of you too. So it's part of being the tarot tribe.
The world is upright. The Queen of Wands is reversed.
What a bitch.
That's not you.
No. I'm sorry. I just like to think of the Queen of Wands reversed.
And the King of Pentacles upright.
In our Lenormand, the stork returns yet again. And the house.
Well, I don't know. I don't see anything really horribly bad here.
No.
But this may indicate that you have to be careful. You have to be careful what you ask for sometimes here. I do think something's afoot. I have a feeling you may hear from them. It's not a given in these cards that you will, but I think you may. The world is here, which is indicating success, completion. So if it is your, if it is your desire to hear from them, if that's what will make you feel complete right now, that could happen. I think that's highly possible. The Queen of Wands indicates to me, though, that, something is going to seem a little bit upsetting to you. That you're not going to totally be happy about this. I don't know why. I do know why, actually. I'm going to get to that. But the Queen of Wands just indicates some anger, some resentment, maybe. And I think it has to do with your partner. I think they may have their own ideas about the way this relationship should be heading. And it may not totally make you happy. It may make you feel as though, there's a sense of you might have trouble finding comfort in these changes and in this new beginning. This is generally a good reading, but I feel as though something that maybe this person wants to do is going to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, and you're going to have to find a way to feel more comfortable and secure with this situation. It seems like a new beginning could be happening for the two of you. I will say that. So there is positive energy there. I think you will hear from them, but something is going to be a little bit disruptive.
I'm not totally sure that I agree with Banshee on this
Okay.
one. I can also look at the world as a sense of a cycle completing. Sure, the implication is that maybe the cycle will continue on in a new form of some sort, but you also sort of get a backup of something new happening with the new with the Stark there. So, looking on, I feel that maybe this could represent shrieky kind of behavior. Maybe somebody who is feeling that maybe communication sort of reached a certain pitch. I don't know if that actually happened in your last communication, but paired with the King of Pentacles, it just could represent the idea that maybe under the surface there were some little agitations between each of you, or more so on one part or the other, and maybe, this represents a personality that wanted more control, not over the situation, but just in general wanted more control. So this could be a clash between some of your personality differences or things going on.
Thank you. I mean, in a sense, I feel here there could be a power struggle. The king means well. I think he means well, but he has his own way of wanting to do things, and so that may clash. So I like what you said there, because that really fits too with mine.
So I'm overall not exactly convinced in the way Banshee may be that, things will work out better. But the Lenormand absolutely does look more hopeful in this regard. It could just be saying, too, that it's a time for you to do more things for yourself around your home, or things that bring you comfort. There may be new projects or situations that will really benefit from bringing you a sense of comfortability or happiness or stableness in the home. Whether that includes the Aries, it's not clear yet. You may want to ask again, next time, if things haven't exactly moved forward one way or the other.
I'm going to leave it at that. That's what we have for you. I wish you luck. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Beatrice. Is it Foxy's turn?
It is.
All right. Hey, Foxy.
No, yes, it is. It is. Sorry.
Go right ahead. And by the way, folks, don't forget to watch my show, Goth Tarot, Wednesdays at 8 a.m., where I explore shadow issues, philosophies, finds out what's really bugging us and maybe what we can do about that. That's Wednesdays at 8 a.m.
Will my next date be in the morning time? If so, can you tell me which place would my date like the most for a breakfast date? Oh my God. You're complicated here. Well, let's do a yes/no on if it'll be in the morning time, because that will tell us if we move forward with this or not.
So I'm back to the New Golden Dawn Ritual Tarot. Right, and we can always throw a few more cards if we need to further probe the situation, but the basic idea, will it be in the morning time? Now, what card do you think would stand for IHOP? One with a rabbit on it? I don't know. Okay.
Okay, so you will be next.
Go ahead and type your question if
Yeah,
you
you
want,
can
and then
type
we'll have
it
it.
now.
I think that would be kind of cute, a breakfast date.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So we're going to count these off for the yes or no part of it. 1, 2, 3.
That's funny. Are you getting... Okay. Don't contradict my Lenormand, Mr. O.
Well, we have 2 aces, so that is meaning a very good chance of yes.
I have to throw these Lenormand out right
But
now.
not positively yes, just a good chance of yes.
This is the mountains.
Mohammed will go to the mountain. Oh, and the sun.
That means you got the sun. So to me, that definitely means a breakfast date, don't you think?
But there's the tower in the middle, and
I
it almost
know.
makes me wonder if
It'll
you could
crash into
regret
food.
this. That maybe you'll get food poisoned. I don't know. No, I'm not saying that.
Well, you know, we will tackle the other part of your question. I have a way I want to do that. But let's look at this first before we move on real quickly. Yeah, I feel here that this date could possibly, you know, not be all it's cracked up to be. And it's not necessarily, obviously, because it's a morning date. It's just that maybe there's something incompatible here. Maybe, too, that, you know...
The restaurant's going to burn down when you're there. No.
No, but maybe it's just that, you know, there will be some incompatibilities. Because the thing about the tower is, you know, are things stable? Are things secure? Or is the sand, the ground underneath your feet, you know, going to cause the tower to crumble?
Well,
You know, the
another
tower
thing
you're
would-
trying to build.
Another thing is that the tower sometimes represents lessons to learn, and maybe the
Yeah.
lesson to learn would be this is a person that doesn't like breakfast dates, and
Ah.
so you'll choose a later date some other time, you know?
Whatever. I think it's going to be a breakfast date, and I think that, you know, in a way, it's kind of whimsical and it's kind of innocent to do something like that, you know? It's almost like I've heard some people, I can't believe one time somebody was saying, "Whoa, somebody asked me out for a date to
No,
get
it was-
ice cream. I dropped them immediately." Why? You know, it's a nice, comfortable atmosphere where you could get to know each other and just be lighthearted, no stress, enjoy some tasty ice cream, and, you know, get to know each other. So I'm just saying, this sounds like it would be that kind of event. It just might be the compatibility issue, I feel. Now, let's look at one thing real quickly. I want you to shuffle your cards, Mr. O, and you're going to take those and you're going to draw 3 cards.
All right.
One for Denny's, one for IHOP, and one for someplace else. And we're going to leave that someplace else up to you. We're not going to tell you where.
Hey, Liz, you're coming up soon, so if you want to write your question down,
You're coming up real soon, Liz. Within, you know, there's one person after the reading we're doing, and then it's your turn.
but it's always good if we have your question, because that way, if you didn't respond to our call, we would have to put you at the bottom of the list if you came back and move on to our next one. Oh, we're sorry, Kimberly. We have actually closed the list.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll have to catch you next time.
Yeah, we pretty much have just beyond our normal quota, and we will definitely be going into some overtime.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want me to do? 1 for...
3 cards. One for IHOP, one for Denny's, and one for someplace else.
Okay, well, the lover showed up in IHOP,
Oh
so
my God.
I'd say that's the one you ought to do, maybe.
And what's the second card?
It's the Nine of Cups reversed.
You definitely don't want to do Denny's.
Don't do Denny's.
And what's that one?
That's the Three of Pentacles.
Oh,
And that could say that maybe other things are possible at another
okay.
place. you
I
know?
would say that your IHOP is your best bet for a nice
No, you did miss your turn.
romantic meeting, but the other options other than Denny's may work out just as well. So good luck with that. And that's what we have for you. I think that worked well.
I think so too. That was kind of cool.
All right.
Dr. Victor, you did not miss your turn. I'm not sure where you're at in the queue. Oh, I don't see your name here. What happened?
Oh no, I don't see Dr. V's name either.
Neither
And
you
I
nor
don't
Violet
have
took
it.
it down?
Yet Dr. V was there. We have to put Dr. V in somewhere.
Well, yeah, but I don't remember where they would have been in the list.
Sorry, Dr. V. We're going to look that up. I'm going to get an idea.
Somebody made a boo-boo.
We both did, Violet.
Okay, Dr. Victor came in, I think, after Sayama. So we definitely passed
Way
on.
back there?
Maybe. I see their first one after Sayama said something.
But that might have been around Siama's turn. When we
That's
were
what I'm
on
saying. That's how far
Oh,
back it might
okay.
have been.
So Siama's turn.
So we should probably
But there
do-
were people on the list after Siama, see? That's why we don't put
I'm saying that they came in after Sayama.
after Siama's turn, they came in.
I'll read
I'm
that again.
positive of that. I remember.
And this is a buzzkill having to do this.
Yeah, Dr. V said hello after Siama's turn. Because she said general reading, and then it
Okay.
was after that.
So how many people were on the list after Sayama and before Dr. Victor showed
I
up?
don't want to know, but I think
I do.
we're gonna put Dr. V after Eliz at this point. Okay,
All right.
Dr. V, you've got a couple more people, and then we'll get you in, and we're sorry.
We're sorry about that.
So sorry. I don't know how I missed it. I don't know how we both missed it, Violet.
Well, it doesn't look like he's there now, so I'm not sure what happened.
What?
That's what Violet's saying. I know I had Dr. V on there.
Oh, YouTube is messing up. Okay. I haven't had a problem here on our end to see, but hey, anything goes. We've been having so many internet problems.
Oh, okay. After Vidi. Read your chat. Don't look at mine.
Okay, we'll put them in there. Okay, Dr. V, you've got a little ways to go, but we will get to you with our apologies.
If you write down your question, we'll do it in order. Right after Vidi's. So that's fine. Okay, so who's next then? Here we are. Asel.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, did Asel leave us a question yet?
Ask Violet.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help here.
Ask Violet. Or ask Asel. Asel, where's your question? We need it.
Oh, brother. I don't know if I understand. Who's a man by fate? I'm not sure if I got that question right.
Who is he, a man by fate, true love? Do I know him? She just wants to know who she is fated to meet.
Okay, thank you for interpreting.
And does she know them? Or get,
All right.
finally.
Very good. Continue. I understood it.
Okay. Is it my deck?
Mm-hmm.
I thought okay.
Because I used this, remember?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Hey, suddenly I have room here to shuffle. This is all right. This is all right.
And we have a little bit of a time lag, Violet, but we did see all that, so thank you.
There's a lot of different variables that makes it frustrating with YouTube. I definitely see things after he does and stuff, so.
You're my frustrating variable.
Well, thanks for that.
It doesn't mean I don't love you.
All right. Okay. Speaking of fate, we start with the Wheel of Fortune.
So you probably guessed your own question in a way.
And then we have the Knight of Swords. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Ten of Cups.
Oh, wow. So it sounds like it's a man of action, a man of bravery, a courage. But
Well, it's interesting, Asel. You know, everything in its time and place. You are destined to meet somebody. You absolutely are.
that's the Wheel of Fortune.
That's the Wheel of Fortune. And you know what? You asked who's your man of fate that fate is bringing to you. That is fate right here. Fate is going to be bringing you somebody who is very, what is the word you used?
I said dynamic.
Dynamic. Man of action, I believe you said.
Adventurous, maybe?
Adventurous. Somebody who,
Commanding.
okay. Somebody who also is very clear-headed, knows what he wants in life,
And it's you, because that's it. They're pursuing you,
and
I
is
think.
ready to pursue marriage.
Ooh.
I really feel here this person is the person you're destined to marry. And it could be somebody who is an air sign. It could be somebody who is your age or potentially a little bit younger. Somebody who's very, very active, you know, for their age. I feel they have a lot of energy and vitality.
I agree with all those. I can't add anything to them. I think it's really clear that this is about fate, that this is about maybe somebody who really is questing towards you, who will want you for yourself, not because of any other factors necessarily, and that the goal will be to find happiness with you.
But everything in its good time. And, you know, don't get yourself too hung up on timing. Know that the universe is setting this up for you, you know. I feel here this is the clouds and this is the woman. And the clouds are saying, you know, don't worry so much about this. Don't stress it. And realize that in time, things will start to unfold and you'll be able to see this happening. Right now, you know, it's not too clear, but eventually this person is going to come into your life. I don't feel you have met them yet.
Right. There's no indication that it's very soon or not, but I do feel like this could be saying that the idea of this, it could be confusing at first until it really becomes clear. And you know, there are clouds in the background of the night there. So I kind of like that implication that maybe when you meet this person, you don't really realize who they are, but eventually you will.
Nice reading, Asel. Good luck with that.
And I noticed that Dr. Victor left us his questions, so that's very good. We will be able to get to it one way or the other. You may have to navigate back to it.
Liz is up right now, I think, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Your deck.
Who's hiding something, Beatrice? You're welcome, Michelle.
Maybe she's talking about her reading.
Oh, okay, right. You might be a little bit behind or
Yeah.
viewing it. Yeah, so, and believe it or not, I've actually forgotten some of those cards already. Sorry.
I know. We can't help right now because we've done so many readings since.
Yeah, it was about an Aries person or something like that that you are in touch with or that you're wondering about. Okay, so Eliz, if you're here, we need your question. We'll give you a moment and I will find something else to babble about. That would be for romance questions or expressions about relationships. You may want to tune in to my Outlook on the Emotion Exchanges Fridays at 7 a.m. I will do a reading for the elemental signs of the zodiac, pulling 3 cards telling you what is coming to you, why it is important, and where does it lead to. And that's all in the emotional context. And I see we have Liz's question.
Love reading for the near future. Will I meet someone soon? Okay. Let's just do 3 cards and see what they look like.
Wait, is that your deck?
Oh, I just used mine for this one. The Bodying Tarot had the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, that's right. So I'm going to use the Star Spinner Tarot. No, I'm going to use the Crow's Magic Tarot.
Okay.
Thanks, Beatrice. That helps too. That's interesting. That's like most men, let's face it.
Oh, yeah. I remember now that King of Pentacles. Was it King of Pentacles in that reading?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that was that
Yep.
one. With the Queen of Wands, right?
Yes. And that was reversed. So that's why I said there was like a power struggle going on.
Oh, no.
Victoria, you're too late. We can't do it. We can't possibly do it.
Ah! Yeah, we're about to go into overtime with 6 or 7 readings left.
Yeah, we left somebody off the list
No
accidentally.
reading for you.
I'm so sorry.
Just watch us anyways, though.
Yeah.
Hi back.
Hi, back to you. It's good to be back.
Should I do a yes or no? Will I meet somebody soon?
No, I think
Okay.
3 cards and we'll see if it looks likely through when
Alright.
we get there. Because there was more to it than that, wasn't there? I love reading in general, so let's see.
All right, so 8 of Wands is upright. The Chariot is reversed.
Huh. Talk about mixed bag.
And the Hermit is reversed.
Okay, I like that.
Mixes it up
Well,
even
wait till
further.
you see this.
My baby wrote me a letter. Oh, foxy lady.
Well, it's hard for me to say what is going on here, actually. I have to say, Liz, you've got like a lot of energy and motivation and drive, and it's almost as if I see this 8 of Wands connected in a way with the letter here, because the 8 of Wands can be about communication and networking and, let's say, socializing, maybe getting invitations. What I would suggest to you is accept all invitations excuse me, that you get to social gatherings.
Unless they're wearing a hockey mask and look mysterious.
So, I would do that. And because the Chariot here is saying otherwise, you may feel like things are stuck or stalled. The way to get through a time when things aren't moving in the love department is to attend things, go out with people, go places, meet new people, and that's the way to do it. So accept invitations to things from friends, from family, whatever. If you see a flyer, for an event you're interested in, go. The Hermit reversed is also, to me, a call for this. This is about getting out of your cave and socializing, getting back into the world, getting back and, trying to bring, these opportunities for relationships in your life. Because lo and behold, somebody might catch, you might catch somebody's eye and they may want to ask you out. So I do feel there could be an invitation also from somebody specifically, a date, set up, but it's going to have to come from you opening up those opportunities and not staying in place, but actually getting yourself out there in order to make it happen.
Right. I think all of this really pertains to the idea that no matter how you want to play it, you have to be more that person moving it, that you have to find the sense of assertiveness that you feel is appropriate for you in the situation. And so once you do that, I think things do start to click, that there is a lot of energy in the sense of communications possibly being able to happen, but I think you have to sort of ignite that a little bit by taking the reins of the Chariot, and moving them into some direction. The Hermit itself is also saying, too, that this is a time to maybe not dwell on it too much in a broody, philosophical, the meaning of life way, but to kind of just go forth into the world and see where it takes you.
I want to add, Lilith, we're going to do your question, but I also want to remind you that if you can tune in next Thursday or next Sunday,
Oh, yes.
we have this wonderful birthday spread reading we do for everybody free on our website. You just got to let us know in advance when your turn around the sun is coming, and we'll do that for you. We put you at the top of the list, and we do the reading. So you know what? We could do this reading for you next Thursday. And if you can't make it, we'll put it at the top of the show, and you can look at it later. So let us know if you want us to do that, and we'll do that. But we'll also do your question today. And before I finish, I just wanted to add with this one, the Fox often is about workplace things. So also, if there's any kind of events going on at work, you may want to get involved, especially if you work in a big company where you might mingle and meet somebody else who you might be interested in the company. But also, the Fox has romantic implications as well. It's about sexual attractiveness. So as I said, you might get an invitation from somebody whose eye you catch if you get yourself out there. So I wish you luck with that.
All right.
Good luck, Liz.
All right, so it is Lilith, and we're going to do the basic part of the question. What words of wisdom does the universe have for you to help you achieve your goals or desires?
Okay, that's a
You're
good
welcome,
question.
Liz.
And I will use...
And you're welcome, Liz.
I will use...
Thank you, Violet. I knew you'd do that. And you know, a lot's going on in the world. Sometimes it's just a little bit too weird. So that's why we have to give you your weird week, Mondays at 9 a.m., where we use our cards to kind of see what's going on in the greater collective, how it may be affecting us, and if possible, do we go from there? That's Mondays at 9 a.m. Your weird world.
Your weird week or world. Both.
Your weird week.
In the weird world.
In the weird world. Blah. I do kind of tend to merge those concepts there, so.
Indeed.
What you got?
Well, I've got the world.
So it is a weird world. The world.
So what was this again? What words of wisdom the universe has for me?
Are we doing your three?
My goals or desires. Yeah, maybe we should do my three on this one. So...
What are the words of wisdom?
Complete what you start. Finish what you've started. Maybe the words of wisdom are there's something maybe that you can bring about success with if you complete a cycle first. You have to finish what you start. And maybe in all things in life, this is really some good words to the wise. And boy, for me in Aries, do I ever finish what I start? I try.
Speaking words of wisdom. Thanks, Victoria.
But success is for you, perhaps in something that you put on the back burner, a project or goal. And maybe it only needs a few more steps to go before you've given up on it. Maybe there's just some little minor details you need to work on to make it right. But I think that this is really important, is to trust in yourself enough that if you sometimes we don't finish things because we were, deep down, we don't feel we can be successful or deserve, the success that comes from completion. So don't be that person. Be the person that finishes what they started.
Take a breath. So I think that this card, my turn now, means Also, the words of wisdom are to emphasize its strive for perfection, too. It's not just enough to make sure you've completed things, but hold yourself to the highest standard you can.
Why is this important? Because you need to celebrate. You need to celebrate your success with yourself, with others, with people who maybe helped get you there. If you have mentors or you have teachers, you have business partners, etc.
Well, it may be important too because it really does sort of celebrate that perfection or that completion of something. And it may be saying, I lost that thought. Sorry.
Well, and so, whether it's family or friends who have supported you along the way, go ahead.
Well, it may be leading to some sort of actual celebration of this success or completion.
Right.
A party or an acknowledgement of this.
And as we complete one thing, even if it's a minor thing, it will give you the motivation and the inspiration that you can accomplish more. So really, that's the key, I think. And you can celebrate each success as you go along.
Where does it lead to?
Well,
more work probably, right? It's justice reversed, so it could be saying that where it leads to, of course, is a sense of more decisions to make or more things to have to determine right or wrong course of action. That your success may open up something else that allows you to maybe introspect the steps taken or the process taken, or to understand, if something doesn't end up working out exactly fairly. And, I always love the saying, fair is another planet. Sometimes it could be that despite these things happening, a greater acknowledgement or a greater sense of that will still possibly elude you because maybe other people, just aren't able to understand or see that about you.
Take care, Victoria.
Bye, Victoria.
Happy writing. Yeah, so justice reversed. So what I feel here is, again, you asked, what are the words of wisdom? So the words of wisdom to me when I look at justice reversed and where this is heading is to recognize that not everything is always going to be in perfect harmony and in perfect balance. You're going to break some eggs along the way. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to make some foibles. Don't let them deter you from completing what you've started.
All right, so what card is that?
Oh, that's the ring. You can see a ring right there in the middle.
I thought it was a thimble. It looks like a thimble to me, but she says it's the ring, so I guess that's correct.
It's number 25.
Yeah, it looks like a thimble. And the snake. Whoa.
Well, you've opened up a can of worms here, Mr. O. The snake. I feel here that, don't let naysayers out there or people who may say, you can't do this, you're not good enough, you're not wise enough, or people maybe who reject your work or reject your job applications or whatever, deter you from committing to the course that you are on. Ultimately, it will be successful. We can't allow others who maybe don't have our best interests at heart or don't see, the greatness that we have within us. Not everybody is going to be our allies out there. And so don't let others break your bond to your goals and your commitments.
The ring and the world both represent circles, and circles also represent a sense of eternity or consistency. And of course, sometimes we see the snake in a circle biting its own tail, so there is that a little bit there. But to me, the snake is more aligned with the idea of justice reversed. It could be saying that there are things that you'll have to watch out for that maybe will try or will make your commitment waver a little bit, a sense of unfairness that could happen. But mostly it's looking really good.
Yes, thank you, Angel. I do agree.
So true, Angel. Thank you.
So good luck with that. Don't let anybody else rain on your parade.
All right.
All right. because you definitely have a victory lap you could be running.
It looks that way.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And so now it's Viddy.
Hi, Viddy.
Hi, Viddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Lilith.
Hey, you're very welcome, Lilith.
And I don't remember if Viddy left us a question before.
And Lilith does want a birthday reading on Thursday, so
You
she
got it.
will get one.
You got it. Viddy, did you leave us a question? I don't see it. Okay, we're going to give Viddy a moment before we might have to move on. I'll just remind everybody we're here Thursday night again for another session from 2 to 4 p.m. where we will take your questions and see how it all works out. But also, I draw your attention to Saturday, and this Saturday, Happy Hour returns. However, we will be on at 4 p.m., not...
Yes, I made a mistake on my Material Matters show. Mr. O's schedule is different this Saturday, so we'll be on at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday for Happy Hour. So join us then. And Lilith, we're here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday evening.
Saturday.
All right.
Did we get Viddy's question?
No, we have not, so I think we may have to move on.
Okay, we're going to move on, and we won't be able to add Viddy back to the list. We're sorry, but we are already 15 minutes into overtime. We still have 3 or 4 readings. Sorry about that.
So I believe Kritika's up. Am I wrong? No, Dr. V.
Dr. Victor.
Dr. V.
And Dr. Victor did leave the question, so we will just go right to it.
Yeah, tell me what it is.
The question is, will Dr. Victor get a PhD admission from UOS?
Sounds like a yes, no to me.
All right, it's my deck?
It's my deck.
All right.
Didn't I?
I don't remember. I think it is.
Oh, it's your deck.
Okay, so I will use the Star Spinner Tarot for that.
Because you didn't know that was the ring.
That's great. It had the ring of truth to it, except it didn't.
Yeah, the art on that one's kind of not as good as I would like, perhaps. Not as clear.
Thanks, Violet. Okay, so this will be a yes or no, and we'll see what nuance the other cards will bring us. And, of course, the operative was soon. PhD admission. So, right, because the session for school is probably going to start up for you guys, too, over there. Hey, Sonny.
Hello, Mr. Sun. I swear I mixed these up good. Oh. Mr. Sun. You're so sweet. You know. You know. Be careful. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah.
Not bad. We didn't get a complete yes, but we got very much leaning towards yes with our 2 aces over here. The final card is the Nine of Swords reversed.
All of that looks great, so I'm wondering why I got what I got here.
Let's see if we can figure it out. There's that ring again. Oh. Coffin.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Well, let's tackle the first cards. Okay, so it is leaning towards yes, but the Nine of Swords probably suggests that maybe a lot of anguish or worry you have been feeling about this will be able to dissipate.
You know, I'm going to assume that these are about something related to it, but not the situation. Because this definitely looks like it's leaning towards yes, Dr. V. There's definitely some anxieties and some stress that's being released now. And maybe it's because you find out one way or another that you are getting this PhD program acceptance. It's not a definite yes. And what's troubling to me is these cards here, because this is saying an end to a commitment. Now, on the one hand, I could say, that means that you're not going to get it. You're released from that. It's going to come to an end. And maybe that's why the Nine of Swords is reversed here, because at least you know one way or another it's happening or not. But on the other hand, this could also mean that this is an end to another commitment in your life that maybe you will have to let go of in order to do this program. In other words, you will get accepted, and that means you have to make some major changes. You have to put an end to things in your life that may interfere with this commitment. That's like kind of what I think it means.
I like that. I probably might have differed a little bit, wondering if perhaps the idea of the coffin and the ring meant that what could be ending is the sense of the need to have that commitment to pursue this stuff because you are most likely getting it. So in other words, to me, this could possibly explain that, your search for a PhD or at this particular university will end because you've actually achieved it. So that's what we have
for you, Dr. V. It looks promising. Good luck with that.
Good luck. And I noticed that Shreva came in, but we had closed the list and we're into overtime and we have a number of other readings, so we really can't take you right now. Normally for everybody, our list on Sundays will close within a half an hour usually.
Within a half hour to an hour.
Because we can only do about 20 readings in this time, and that's about how long it may take for that to happen.
I think we're going over that this time too. So let's move on to
Kritika. What will happen next between Anil Kumar, meanwhile, and me?
Amit Kumar, Maiwal, and me. This is my question. So what will happen next? Okay, fine. We will use this one.
Mr. O's got to take off the cap. His head's a little hot.
My goodness.
And reveal the bad head hair. Cat hair.
Now you have hat hair. Not cat hair, hat hair. Although there's plenty of cat hair around here.
All right, Crystal. Thanks for putting the questionnaire, and you'll be up next.
Yep.
You're welcome. What will happen next between Amit and me?
Ten of Wands is upright.
Ten of Wands.
Ooh, the Hermit is upright.
Hermit.
The Queen of Cups is upright. All upright cards. Some better than others.
That's
the Scythe.
So there's the Scythe in the Lenormand. And there's the Cross. So, and the Scythe does appear to be pointing towards it.
So I'm not sure of your situation, if things have been going along happily or not. I feel there are some burdens here. There are some struggles, that either you are facing now or you will be facing with each other up and coming, because you asked what will be happening between the two of you next. You can be a very balancing influence here, though. Just maintain emotional stability and try to be caring towards, Amit, who maybe it's Amit who is facing some undue stress and strain at this time, or will be.
Queen.
Yeah, and again, this is I actually read this as the Queen. I'm sorry. I meant this here to be the balancing influence here. The Hermit is indicating that, there may be some time that you may need to be apart from each other. I hate to say this, but the Hermit sometimes is about isolation.
Well, they are separate.
Oh, God. So that's what this is about. Okay. I do feel this way, that there is some isolation here. And there's undue stress and strain right now. And I feel like this person, Amit, in particular, may need more time to sort out what it is they really want to do, or what it is they can do to ease some of the difficulties they may be feeling here. You need to maybe be caring and concerned and figure out what might you offer to make this relationship thrive. And there may be nothing. I have to be honest with you here, because what I'm seeing here with the cross is a lot of grief or sorrow, and it may be through the way you are communicating with one another or not. It's as if communications have been cut off, for example, that's causing a long-term grief and sorrow. This person needs to, I wonder too if this isn't just talking about you, that you are feeling this way. You're feeling burdened. You will be feeling burdened because there's a lot of stress and strain in this isolation, and you need to try to keep some emotional stability and balance. You have to do what's right for you if Amit is not coming around, and you have to decide how long you can wait, because this looks to be like it might be a longer term problem. I hate to say that, but as I'm really reevaluating these cards here, that's what I see.
I have to agree. I tend to feel that it is a little wobbly on whether or not some of this represents Amit or more you. It does feel like, somebody feels that the amount of responsibility or burden, sort of makes them feel aloof or distant or more into themselves, and that they don't feel they're able to express themselves. Is that Amit or is that you possibly? But over here with the Queen of Cups, I think this is saying that, emotional wellness stems from really being able to understand those issues and to maybe, take them in a way that suggests you don't necessarily expect something to move very quickly. And I don't know how long you've been separate, but, maybe, it's just saying that this may still, like Banshee's indicating, take a little longer to route around. Over here, I think this could be saying that the things that are depressing will probably be able to be cut away from you at some point, whether that indicates that you just move on from the relationship totally, or whether eventually it is resolved in some manner.
I almost feel you may move on from this, really. This might be just a bridge too far to cross. I feel some of the burdens and some of the sense of isolation that they have left you with, it's just not healthy, and I think maybe eventually you're going to come around to seeing that, and I hope maybe I'm wrong. I wish you luck with this, but right now the cards are not showing, long-term success with this. So good luck with that.
Already.
And we're going to move on to Crystal, who's posted the question. It seems like there's a few disparate things there. We might be able to look at the cards and see them, but if you read that question, it might be a little bit tricky. So on the one hand, wants to know if he's tired of living with mom, but on the other hand, they also want to know how they're feeling about them.
Yeah, so...
let's see what the cards say. You do your deck, and I'll take those. Thank you.
Okay.
Sometimes we can see that, in one reading. We're going to see what we can do.
Yeah, we should be able to handle this.
So we can't do more than that right now because we're too busy today.
All right. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Kritika. Good luck with that.
And you're welcome, Kritika, too.
We'll figure it out. Crystal. I like a challenge. I'm an Aries after all.
All right, first card. Reversed Ace of Swords.
Ooh.
Then it's the upright Two of Swords. And then it's the upright Lovers.
Well, we do have some answers here, most definitely. Do you want me to go first?
Yes, please.
Let me get the letter. I think we need the Lenormand out here, so
Okay.
let's see what we get. But I think I see some things. Oh. It's always something to rain on my parade when I think I have the answer.
And it's the Moon.
That darn snake again.
And our snaky
Why is
friend
that
has
coming
shown
up
up
so
again.
much? Okay.
Actually, he's not our friend, but he has shown up again.
Well, on the one hand, I tend to think he may not be feeling very, be feeling very good about his situation right now, sleeping on the couch, at home. But I feel like he's going to stay where he's at. He's going to stay where he's at right now. With the Two of Swords here. He's still making his mind up on what he wants to do next. And speaking of that could be how he's feeling about you, too, I feel like he's determining, he has feelings. I think with the Lovers here and the Moon showing up in this reading, he does have feelings for you. But he's not willing to make a total move on that yet.
Right, I agree with those things, and I think that, the reversed Ace of Swords in this context could be indicating a lack of dedication or a lack of assertiveness of some sort.
Yeah.
Not really being
Yeah.
able to put his plans into motion. Maybe
like
that
that.
is the result of the controlling people, but he may be in that kind of spot where he just feels he needs to wait for something, because a lot of times with that Two of Swords, there's a sense that we don't know enough to make a better decision. Whether or not you or anyone could help is another matter. It could be that they just need encouragement, or they need something for them to know that helps them bring their plan into focus. And their plan might seem to be saying that they are moving towards you, or they're moving towards the prospect of this relationship.
Whether it's likely his feelings about his living situation here too, because I feel that, he looks at this as an empty victory. Well, he's taken care of, but everybody's forcing me, they're controlling my behavior, they're controlling my life too much, so it's not exactly a win-win situation. And I feel here that he may be feeling a little bit some self-betrayal here going on. Maybe he also feels betrayed by his family, who, he's feeling is controlling and maybe manipulating things too much. I get that sense here. But the Moon is about his success, and the Moon can also be about his relationships. So right now, he may be feeling just unworthy, or just not ready to move forward on a relationship being his situation, I will, at this time. And also, his regular general success in life is eluding him.
I almost wonder if maybe his family sort of wants to deny him that because they like him being dependent on them.
That could be that maybe they are manipulating and trying to stop him from pursuing, this this good relationship with you. There's definitely a stalemate going on here, So I wonder.
Watch for any possible machinations on their part. I love that word. That may be trying to interfere with his choice for you.
Wow, this was kind of an interesting reading, I think, overall. So I think, but somehow...
She just confirmed some of that, too.
Ah.
Yeah, that's, codependent behavior. And, many of us do end up in codependent relationships. Sometimes it's not so pernicious that, we have those things. But in this kind of case, the swords tell the tale that it creates probably some strife or stress in his life.
Snake is about sneaky, self-serving behavior and betrayal, and I really feel this is not coming from him. I think this is coming from his family, and I do think it's impacting his ability to achieve, success in love and other areas of his life right now. So I hope, but it looks like he's staying the course for the moment, or maybe it's just because he feels he can't make a move at this time.
I like what you say there, Crystal, too. And yeah, so that sort of in a sense defines codependency to some degree. But it is sort of a stalemate. And so the best you can do is try to be a good and understanding friend. Maybe some of that's picked up through the lovers and, hopefully influence him to try to grow beyond this.
Wow, good luck with that.
Good luck.
Interesting reading.
Very interesting reading.
All right.
So we're on Divine and then
Violet.
Violet. Wow.
Well, we're half hour in overtime, a little over.
Divine, are you still with us?
Divine,
Did you leave a question?
Hopefully you are here.
And let's find something else to show.
Is my deck this time, am I right?
Yes.
Here, we have that. And I'm back to...
No, I got nothing else to show.
Very welcome, Crystal.
You're welcome.
We'll give Divine a moment. I hope things are going well in India there, Divine.
That is so cool. I hope, and you said that they were really doting on you a little bit, making you comfortable, so that's always nice.
How nice. Well, Divine might have left because it is late there. But
Right, I mean, it's now probably 2 a.m., so
we'll give
I
Divine a
appreciate,
moment.
if you are gone, and do see this later, we always appreciate you, Divine, and we appreciate you stopping by just to say hi if that's what happened.
Well, we might be getting right to you, Violet. Let's give another moment. I want to remind everybody that Happy Hour is coming back next Saturday. It will be on at 4 p.m., not 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We don't take questions at Happy Hour, but we leave you happy. We give you a positive message from Spirit. So do join us and get a card pull that hopefully will make your day.
So we will move on from Divine. We got to get ourselves out of here.
Hopefully, Kara, you will be awake at 4 p.m.
And I guess that's your question, Violet. What power is within you that is supposed to be unleashed?
Should we try my reading?
Yes,
no,
I think we should.
I wonder. Maybe we should look at the card. Well, let's just throw 3 cards.
Hey, baby, come here.
I'm making an executive decision.
Shadow, come here. Come here. Shadow baby is over here. I saw her little tail go by. There it goes.
She came to say hi, Violet.
Yeah.
She knows you like her best.
And now she's going to paddle off to the living room over there.
See
It's
what
Shadow
other trouble
Girl.
she can get into.
I like when you call her Shadow Girl. That's so
Sunny
sweet.
Boy and Shadow Girl.
Sunny
Man,
Boy and Shadow Girl and Sassy.
who's just sassy.
Come,
Lovable
come,
sassy.
sweetie. Come say hi. Everyone wants to see you. Oh. Well, she's
Oh
not
my
one for
God.
jumping up. She's not one for jumping up
Well, I'm
necessarily.
glad we're throwing 3 cards. I'm glad I made that choice.
All right, so it's the reverse 2 of cups. Unleash the power of disharmony.
What?
And it's justice reversed. Another card of duality.
I kind of like this ending.
Oh, I like that too. The Queen of Cups. fits your Pisces
I
personality.
think I know how
aspects.
to handle it, but let's
Go right
see.
ahead. Oh, okay.
No, I want that Lenormand.
You want too much. That ring! But this one sort of applies to you, I guess, you know. That clover! Well, we'll take the clover.
We'll
take the ring,
work
too.
with all of this. I think
We'll
there's...
take it all.
Look it. I think there's definitely a message here. You're wondering what power is within you that's supposed to be unleashed. I think it's right here with that Queen of Cups. You know, you need to dedicate yourself to your intuitive psychic abilities. That power needs to be unleashed fully now. I really feel that. You feel like your connections are getting stronger, I think, and it really needs to be unleashed now. And I also feel here that, you know, the power that also needs to be unleashed is your ability to try to maintain emotional stability in times where emotions can run the gamut, you know? I mean, where you're tested, you're challenged, whether it's, you know, in struggles with, you know, interacting with others, you know, or it's in imbalances in your life. I feel here that, and maybe feel that sense of being treated not well. You know, it's how you respond to these situations, you know. You unleash the best in you. You unleash your kind, compassionate self, despite what unfairness or difficulties you may face in working with others. It's not always easy working with others, you know. People don't make it easy, and don't expect it to be.
The power within you to be released, I think, is the calming, balancing forces of the Queen of Cups, knowing how to totally relate to your own emotions, but also, more importantly, the emotional array that's around you. And in order to do that, you know, you will be taking on the aspects of those who have unhappy relationships or unhappy emotional feelings for whatever reasons, not just breakups. And maybe also understanding that, like I said before, fair is another planet, that sometimes your abilities may not be able to help you totally help others find a solution they seek.
You know what? I'm seeing something a little bit different here, but I think it's important to say. Well, I'm going to stick with what I said here, that it's time to unleash your psychic intuitive abilities and your sense of compassion. You really, you know, sometimes we have a hard time being compassionate to some people because, you know, we'll look at some situations and we'll say, oh, come on, you know, why are you, you know, people have worse problems than you, Baba. It's easy to kind of, you know, be kind of harsh sometimes, a critic to others. But this is saying you need to unleash your psychic compassionate abilities to help others find the balance within, heal themselves from hurt and pain that may come from, you know, breakups or emotional relationships or things. Again, twos are about balance in a way, so things that are disrupting them on an emotional level. What do you think about that?
I like that. I sort of think it minorly, you know, dovetails towards what I was saying too, so I like that. I finally feel perhaps that your commitment to all of this will be looked upon well by whatever fate or fortune is out there, that the energies of chance and good luck really are yours to pull into this because of the strength of your commitment, the strength of you wanting to do the right thing.
So right, luck honors this commitment if you make it towards truly helping people restore balance and harmony in their lives and in their relationships and things of that nature. So think about that. I think this is really positive for you. Good luck with that.
Aw, thank you. So that's what we have, Violet.
Yay!
And that means
Happy ending.
we are done. We've returned and did an hour and 45 minutes. No, 45 minutes of overtime.
Yes. Please don't say an hour.
Things are back
45.
to normal.
You would probably be a basket case after an
Oh.
hour 45 minutes of overtime, and so would Violet.
I'm sorry, Violet, but
Me,
we're gonna.
I don't know.
we
I seem
figured
to
out-
have this endless energy. Let's just keep going. Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh no, I don't have that endless energy.
Hey, all right, everybody.
Pretty back to normal. Thanks, Angel.
Thanks for Angel, always on target. Thanks for a great show. It's great to see so many people come back to after our break, and we'll be here Thursday. So stay tuned, and we'll be starting our show off, of course, with a card for the collective, and then our birthday reading for Lilith.
Right.
So take care, everybody. Thanks for a great day, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.